Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the start of the new season of Podcast Name Deferred. I am your host, Seven. I have got a great group of individuals with me tonight. As we talk about the offseason, we're going to be talking about our specific teams and the moves that we made and the stuff that we thought about, and then just what else has been going on around the league to kick off the year. As we get started tonight, I do want to give a special thank you to Wire Sports Network for having us back again this year. We're always glad to support the network and the great things they do. Don't forget to show love to Wire Sports Network. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that funny business. Let's dive in. He is the sexiest man in Santa Ana. He has written for more magazines than you could possibly imagine. This man's been around baseball since just after Babe Ruth retired. We got Craig Newton. Oh gosh. Coming up next, he is with me every Monday night on the Sports Report podcast, and he also does Saturday nights on the Geek Gala podcast. He's our resident Mariner fan, and ladies, he's single. We got Ando.
You son of a bitch, man. You son of a bitch. I was waiting to see what kind of twist you were going to throw on that. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's going to be a normal opening. And then and ladies, he's single. It's like, son of a bitch, man. It's going to make me blush, bro. Going to make me blush.
He's bashful. And finally tonight, Erika is supposed to join us. She may just be running late. But as of right now, finally tonight, he is the biggest dick in sports. He's also one of my very good friends. So I don't hold the fact that he's a Yankees fan against him.
Stop lying. You do. Stop lying. You do.
Hang on. A bombshell has already been dropped tonight. Ando is single. That is a newsflash blockbuster update for everyone.
Yeah, I don't think it is, bud. I do not think it is. But thank you. I appreciate it, man. That's you guys are tugging at my heartstrings tonight, man. I appreciate it. God, baseball is back.
That wiener is on the market. That wiener is on the market, ladies.
All right, and with that, Seven, how are we starting off this show? I got Dix talking about wieners. What?
Yeah, we got Dix talking about wieners. As we get started tonight, I decided tonight I want to start up by giving us the ability to get off our chest our thoughts about our respective teams' offseason, because that's going to cover a lot of big moves that happen in the offseason. Then we'll kind of break into the other stuff. But Craig, I want to start with you. Let's talk about how your Giants did in the offseason. We start with Tony Vitello. They start making a couple of roster moves here and there. Talk to me about how you feel about the Giants offseason and how you're kind of feeling about things going into the new year. Can you hear me? Craig? Craig, can you hear us?
I don't think he can.
I don't think he can hear us. Let's see here. I'm going to send him a message.
It's a sweet shirt he's got on there.
Still waiting for mine.
It is.
Is that merch?
Yeah, we've got some merch.
Licensed merch.
Craig, can you hear us now? All right, he's gonna back out, try to come back in. All right, Ando, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll start with the Mariners. We see the Mariners come up just short in the postseason in the ALCS. Cal Raleigh misses the MVP. How do the Mariners come back this year?
You know what? I'm going to be honest, man. I think with the optimism that the Mariners have had this offseason, I think this is probably the most optimistic we have been since 2001. After winning 116 games, after losing the way we did to the Yankees and not even really a close series in 2001, but just getting flat out outplayed by the Yankees the way that we did. I think Mariner fans who are old enough to remember that 2001 series, I think we're coming into this series, I think with a better attitude, a better optimism, right? And I think a lot of it has to do is Dan Wilson didn't really fix anything because I don't think anything needed to be fixed, right? I still think our rotation is one of the best in baseball. Considering we lost no starting rotations this year, we still have Logan Gilbert, we still have Brian Wu, we still have Kirby, we still have Luis Castillo, we still got Miller. We added 2 starting pitchers in Ortiz and Hancock over the last couple weeks. So, if anything, I don't think injuries will affect us unless we get absolutely hammered by them. I think pitching wise, we're still one of, I would say, top 3 rotations in Major League Baseball. Behind that team in blue that doesn't pay for anything until later on. And then kind of a toss up between the Blue Jays and the Yankees, I think, are the other 2 teams that could viably say they got a top rotation. So pitching wise, I'm very happy we didn't play around with it. I mean, it was good. I don't think pitching is what screwed us in the ALCS this year. I think it was our bats. That being said, I don't know if disappointed. I'm surprised that Suarez didn't sign a long-term deal with us or didn't re-sign with us in any way, shape, or form. He is the only player that we did not re-sign that didn't start with us last year. He signed a 1-year, $15 million deal with the Reds during the offseason, which, hey, if you want to make your money, that's great. I don't see the Reds going anywhere. I don't see the Reds making it to the playoffs. But some people don't want the bright lights. Some people want to go play in Cincinnati and eat that horrible chili that they call chili. By all means, that's up to you. But otherwise, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with our team. Naylor returned. Cal Raleigh's coming back. We'll have Leo Rivas playing second base, which I'm okay with. And then we got Brandon Donovan that we picked up during the offseason. I think that's a really solid one. And then our outfielders could be using a little bit of work. I mean, we got Randy Arozarena who will probably play left field. It'll be him or Raylan Thomas. Julio still has center field lockdown. Between Canzone and Robles, I would say Robles, I think it's the start. But again, I think the Mariners did not mariner this offseason up, right? They didn't go after big name free agents, right? Oh, we need that one big name to get us over. Nope. Dan Wilson and the organization was like, look, we were 2 hits, maybe 2 hits away from beating the Blue Jays and going against the Dodgers in the World Series. Could we have beaten the Dodgers? Anything's possible. I don't know if we would have taken it to 7. The Blue Jays played a really, really good brand of baseball to beat the Dodgers, and they still came up short. But I'm very, very optimistic. Last year we finished 90-72. First place in the West. We obviously talked about the loss to the Blue Jays. They had that really awesome series against Detroit, Game 5 that went into 18 innings. I'm optimistic. I think if we get 92, I think if we get 92 wins, I think that's solid for Mariner baseball.
You like the Mariners for your division?
The only other team I think is Houston, but I think Houston had too many losses on the books. they had to pay a lot of players that they couldn't play, so they saw a lot of free agents walk. The Athletics, I think, will kind of be the surprise team in the AL West. The Angels, I just don't think they did enough this year. They still got Trout, and I figure they would have taken off a Trout on the books. Trout wanted to stay, which hats off to him. And then who does that leave? Seattle, Texas. Texas could be kind of a bright spot. We all know that they played really well towards the back half of the season. I think it's the Mariners to lose. I think the Mariners will win the West.
I don't think you're very incorrect on that. I definitely think you're right. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the A's. That's a good young lineup that you can't hear me.
Can you hear us, Craig?
I hear you. I can't hear Tony.
You can't hear me?
Yeah,
I
can't hear me.
I can't hear Dan either.
Oh, no.
Goodness.
Weird.
I can read his lips.
We're gonna do lip reading now for 7. I think he said beard oil. Is that what you said? Yeah, see, I'm horrible at reading lips, man. I'm sorry. I'm no good at that.
What's up, Gene? Is really getting into Dynasty. Who are your top 5 prospects in
I
baseball?
guess I'll reboot again because I can hear you, but I can't hear anybody else. Do you hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine, man.
Tony
I
hears
actually
me?
can hear everybody, so.
Dan, I
Tony
don't know why I
can hear
can't.
you too.
All right. Well, this sucks.
It happens sometimes. It sucks.
All right, I'll be back.
Oh.
All right, man.
I'll be
Okay.
All
back.
right, bye.
Dan, I'll let you take this one.
Damn it.
Who are you looking at for top 5 prospects in baseball?
Well, I'm actually looking at the rankings right now. Since Gene asked that, Connor Griffin is ranked number 1. The Pirates shortstop. So shortstop
7 was
slash
that the one that you were
outfielder.
just talking about? God.
Okay. Kevin McGonigal, the Tigers shortstop. Also, Leo DeVries. I have a bunch of his rookie cards. Get on top of that. That's the A's shortstop prospect. Jesus, and I think it's Made is his last name, or I don't know how you pronounce it. I guess Made.
Made. I was going to say
Made.
Made.
Yeah. His name's Jesus as well. He's a shortstop second baseman for the Brewers. That is number 4. And then J.J. Weatherholt. Looks like a utility infielder for the Cardinals is number 5. Baseball prospects are so weird because you almost have to go back. You almost have to go back 2 years. I'm going back to 2025 on these rankings. So 2024, Jackson Holiday still hasn't completely broken into Major League Baseball, right? He's still kind of on the edge there. Jackson Churio, obviously Churio has shown up. He's going to be a superstar. But this is 2024's list. So Paul Skeens is number 3 on this list. So you kind of have to go back with the prospects. Junior Caminero is really good. He's going to be good for a long time. They have him playing second base in this. I don't think he's ever going to play second base. He's huge. And then Evan Carter's number 5 on the 2024 list.
Last year.
What?
I think Junior played second last year.
He played third. He played third last year.
He played third? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he played third. From the games that I saw, I didn't see him play any second base. But that's the list that I would look at, Gene, honestly. The 2024 list is probably because it takes these guys forever sometimes. Like I haven't even seen Seven. Have you seen Connor Griffin? He hasn't played a major league game, right?
No, but he's only 19. So,
right.
And that's one of the things that makes him special. I do like Connor Griffin. I agree with him being ranked the top prospect of baseball. He's MLB ready at 19.
6'4", 222 is what they have him listed at.
Big dude, and
it's a big shortstop.
He's got a good bat too. I think defensively he'll adjust pretty quickly. I think his bat will take a little bit more time, but it's there.
So they don't give. Go ahead, Seven. Sorry, I was just going to say they don't give over 70s on these prospect ratings. Basically, if you have a 75 and something, that means you're like that's like ultra, like you're ready, you're pro ready, probably top of the league, right? So Connor Griffin's run and his arm grades are both 70. I don't think I've ever seen two guys with a 70 rating. His overall is 65, and they don't even usually go Yeah. So, Gene, I would.
Ethan Holiday's another name. I think I do agree that he slept on. I was watching some clips on him yesterday because I thought he might come up in the show that I was on earlier. But that's a special kid for sure. I want to say Chandler Simpson. I know he played over 100 games last year for Tampa. Chandler Simpson played 104 games and hit 295. That's facing really good pitching in the AL East because there's a lot of good pitching in the AL East. And I'm honestly I'm legit surprised that we haven't seen a team try to grab him because a left fielder with good talent that can hit, there's a lot of teams that could benefit from that. The Mariners could grab him. Yankees, I think they're set at left, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to play. It'll be a mix between Jason Dominguez and probably Bellinger.
Bellinger, that's right. Okay. So, I mean, I know the Giants don't need him. So, there's teams that don't, but at the same time, there's definitely some teams that could benefit from a guy like him. And the Rays seem kind of content as that farm team right now while they figure out their stadium issue. So take advantage if you're a team that could use Chandler Simpson because you're probably going to get him on a deal before he really pops off. Nobody's really paying attention to him right now because he's on the Rays. And I'm sitting on a Chandler Simpson first off the line foil that I'm hoping to turn into $5 mid-season because somebody's
Make sure you get that thing graded on the Express PSA.
I'm going to spend $80
get that right back to you.
$4 card graded.
Hey, it's value times 10 when you get it graded, bud. Especially that thing comes back a thick 8.5. You know what I'm saying?
The good cards that I got out of these value boxes, I put them all in sleeves. So they're all in good shape. Except for this one, I was just kind of looking at this one earlier, so it's out. But this was one that I got out of a value box on my birthday. This nice
Sonny
little
Gray.
Unfortunately, it's Sonny Gray.
Yeah. Give me a purple. Oh, Sonny Gray, of course.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, he was going to be the number 2 behind Garrett Crochet in Boston. So if he has a good start to the year, I might get $3 out of that card.
Yep. Hey, Gene, look out for Spencer Jones as well. The Yankees. He's a DH basically. He's huge. He's like 6'7", 250. Lefty. Crushed the ball in their first game. Go ahead.
Baltimore. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Seven. I was going to ask, do you think, I heard you talking about him playing DH. Do you think Judge plays DH at most parts, or do you think he's an outfielder this year?
No, he's still an outfielder this year.
Okay. Yeah, I think he's a Gold Glove. I mean, he's Gold Glove caliber at this point still. I mean, obviously he's huge. So when he gets to be 35 or 36, which is just in a couple of years, he's 33 already, I think, or 34.
He's probably got a couple seasons.
Yeah, he's got a couple seasons planned, and then yes, he'll probably the twilight of his career will be a lot of taking days off in the field, probably because he's just. I mean, at that size, I don't know if that's advisable for him to be playing.
I know there's conversation. I know there's conversation. Obviously, last year when he hurt, his elbow, of him doing just DHing, and I didn't know if that was going to be a permanent move that they were going to do this season.
No.
He did for a second, but yeah, no, he's healthy. He's good.
He'll play over 100 games in the outfield this year. Easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no,
back to back.
I'll go back. I want to go back to this. Baltimore needs to be taken serious this year. I think the AL East is actually far more competitive than people realize right now, because the signing of Pete Alonso, all these guys coming back from injury, outside of Jackson Holiday and that herniate bone surgery that he's got to have, which happens to pretty much all baseball players at some point. And he'll be out, I would say probably mid to late April. He'll start mid-April. He'll probably start his rehab and do his actual sprint training with the double and AAA team. And then he'll come up. But that team is stacked. And what we thought we were going to get out of Baltimore last year, I think we see it this year. It's that's the entire, like, let's say the Yankees win the AL East, you could still see the other three teams outside of the Rays as your wild card teams.
You're talking Toronto, Boston, and Baltimore and or the Yankees.
But the Royals, if the Royals don't win the Central, which I wouldn't put it past them because Detroit's very boom or bust.
Yeah.
If the Royals don't win the Central, they're going to be going for one of those wild card slots.
Yeah.
And that's just they're another team that could shock people just as much as blow everything out of the water. So it's it's going to be interesting.
Judge can absolutely still throw. He just got cleared completely. It's fine. He's not. He's good.
Do we know this chomping at the bit guy? I think this is a friend of yours, isn't it? It's a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Who always smacks on me for being American. Yep. Eat it, chomp. Eat it. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, Reed. No, actually, we were here last year. We just take a break in the off season because I take a break in the off season just like the players do because
not a whole ton of news to get to.
I talk enough as it is.
Gunnar Henderson, shortstop, right? Gunnar Henderson for the
Orioles.
Stud.
I got you,
young
Chomp.
stud. Stud.
The only reason I remember him is the cover of MLB The Show. Yep. Had him on there, and he played for the Norfolk Tides. And the very first baseball game I ever went to was with my dad on Military Appreciation Night when he was stationed in Norfolk, and the Tides were playing. So that's the only anybody who plays for the Tides I try to keep an eye on. Granted, it's a lot of people, and I don't follow baseball, but Gunnar Henderson is one of those that I do follow.
All right. And he's a stud. He really is. All right, Craig. So let's talk about the Giants, man.
Oh my God, I can hear.
Yay!
Was it your hearing aid? Was that?
I have no way.
It was all that. It was all that shit you were talking to start the show. You saying this lovable
and apparently he couldn't even hear the shit that I was talking when we started the show.
Yeah, apparently not.
Great musical intro.
Craig,
after that, nothing.
Craig, he said you were the sexiest man alive in San Francisco, and that's saying something because look at all the gay men in San Francisco. He was buttering you up like toast. And I'm not talking like $1 Wonder Bread. I'm talking like that $5 loaf you get at the day old bread store that you have to like methodically put butter on after you do it, or it's a waste of toast.
Okay.
All right, Craig. So let's talk about the Giants, man. It's a very interesting season. We have a new manager. We're starting to see transition into life after the Rafi Devers trade in full swing. Get your first full season out of him this year. How are you? What all did the Giants do in the offseason outside of a lot of bad Tony Vitello press conferences? And what do you think about them this year? How do they look?
Excuse me, reading notes, okay? Because I'm at that age where I need to read notes.
I thought you did that automatically because you were like the number one reporter in all of baseball.
The focus on the Giants this offseason was fourfold. It was defense, it was contact hitting, pitching depth. And they went after hitting first, and they got a three-time batting champion, Luis Arraez. He fills a second base need that was desperate for the Giants. They got him cheap too, only 1 year for $12 million. He addresses both the hitting and the defense. Big plus for the Giants on that one. Then they signed Harrison Bader. So we have a Gold Glove center fielder, which allows us to move Jung-Ho Lee to right field where he belongs.
Yeah.
So that automatically strengthens our outfield and also strengthens our bats. Then when we went to pitching, which I'm not really, they got Tyler Mock, starting pitcher, on a 1-year deal. He was injured, but when he wasn't injured, he had a 2.18 ERA. So hopefully he can bolster the pitching. Then after pitching again, they got Adrian House. He's going to be competing for a starting position. I don't know how strong he's going to be. Let's see how spring training ends out. And then for some reason they went for catching. They got a guy named Daniel Susek, as a backup catcher. Not really familiar with him yet. Apparently, he's going to add depth to the bullpen as the Giants hope. And then the biggest thing they did in the offseason, they got Tony Vitello. This guy has got new blood for the team in the clubhouse. He brings a lot of positivity. He's also smart enough to know what he doesn't know, and he constantly is reminding us that he doesn't know a lot, and that he's deferring to the coaches, he's deferring to the players, which is smart. He's coming in with pretty much no ego, which I appreciate. Now, having said all that, my prediction for the West, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I know I'm really taking a risk now, and my reputation's on the line. But I'm going to pick the Dodgers to take the West.
Hard reporting there, Craig. Hard reporting.
Followed by the Padres. And coming in third place, the Giants. And my prediction is they'll get 88 wins this year. And they may have a slot at a wild card if some major injuries befall the rest of the Western Division. I don't hold out a lot of hope for the Giants this year. It's going to be a lot of growing pains. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. This manager is a lot of fun to listen to his press conferences, and the players have responded to him quite well. And, you got Buster Posey at the helm. That's a good leader to have. So, but third place I think is the best they're going to be able to do, and that's my prediction.
Craig?
Go ahead.
Yes.
I was going to ask, with you saying the Giants being third, obviously there is an outside chance that they miss the playoffs being that low in their division. Are there any other teams in the NL you think that if they fall back enough, the Giants can get that 5th or 6th wildcard spot?
No, because Arizona comes on as a pretender all the time. I don't see them doing anything. Colorado, I don't see them doing anything.
Yeah, no. I meant outside of the division in the NL West. We got the teams in the NL West. Are there any teams in the Central or the East that you think if they fall off enough, it'll give the Giants a shot to make the playoffs?
God, I like the Cardinals still. I like the East. I think the East is really strong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm a bad Giants fan this year because I like the East a lot, and I think the Giants will be very comfortable in third place, barring a miracle.
I figured I'd ask. You being
You're just not any good, Ando.
Dude, look, I don't pay attention to the NL a whole hell of a lot. I mean, that team in blue in California takes all the headlines because they don't have to pay anybody to get everybody. I know the Braves are looking strong this year if they can stay healthy. The Mets did lose Pete Alonso, so that could affect the formula that they got up there in New York. But yeah, I mean, like the Central, the NL Central always seems like the division that kind of is unpredictable because a lot of people are like, hey, we want to see the Cubs. And then the Brewers freaking come out of nowhere and win the division. And then the next year, oh, hey, the Brewers, we're going to look pretty good. And then like the Cardinals will come out of left field and make a good appearance. I just with Craig's baseball knowledge, maybe he had an inside track to be like, hey, I got my Giants here. Is there enough going on in the other divisions that the Giants can take a wild card spot and kind of surprise everybody?
I'm going to say no.
I will say this. It's a lot of it's going to come down to how the NL East does, because I think the Braves can make a step forward this year. I don't think Alex Anthopoulos did enough. Yeah, so if they stay healthy, they'll be all right. The Mets are always going to be contenders just because of the talent, but they need the cohesion to actually get results.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the Phillies. I still think the Phillies are going to be fine. I would say that the early prediction would be that it's the division as the Phillies to lose, but I don't know. I still haven't picked, but I don't think it's as far apart as others might say. The Cubs win the Central. The Brewers traded off a couple of pieces in the offseason. The Reds, they made a couple of good signings, but they're not trying to win. Their owners made that clear. Yeah. The Cardinals aren't ready, and neither are the Pirates. So you're not going to see a wild card team out of the Central. So now we look at the West. Obviously, the Dodgers, having them in as the division winner is not an unprecedented take. I know it's shocking, but I really think it's a pretty common knowledge at this point. As far as the Padres and the Giants are concerned, I think those are your other two teams for that division that can look at wild cards. I agree. I don't think the D-backs are going to be ready this year. I think the distraction with Ketel Marte in the offseason is going to throw things off a little bit more in the clubhouse. And
what happened there?
Then the Rockies.
In and out of trade rumors. Comments from the front office that they wanted to get rid of him and that they didn't want to get rid of him. Like it was a whole lot of back and forth. It wasn't necessary, but I don't see the D-backs taking a step forward this year from where they're at last year. So, I mean, really you've probably got four teams competing for three spots in that.
Martel was the second baseman that they were talking about trading to Seattle, right? Because they were talking about him in trade rumors after Naylor and Suarez both got traded to the Mariners. And there was talk that Martel was, oh, we're going to send you to Seattle and just give you the whole package. I mean, I can understand from an outside perspective looking in that that's going to mess with your head. Do they really want me? Since they couldn't get rid of me, what's it going to take for me to have to get gone? And that messes with your head. It messes with the psyche, not just as a player, but you kind of get the idea of how front office feels about you. Does the teammates still feel the same way? I get it, Seven. Like, I mean, you traded a lot. You essentially traded your whole infield. And we talked about it while we were talking about the prospects, that it takes a couple years for those prospects to hit. So
no, it's going to be interesting, but I think that the Giants are, one of four teams competing for 3 wild card slots. So if the Braves don't pan out, that's the Giants shot. Or if the Padres struggle, which I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to be a good team this year. I think they're an 85 to 90 win team. But it's I don't know. I think there's a little bit of competition there, but I can see the Giants being on the outside looking in. That's for sure.
Hey, Seven. Baseball is back, baby.
Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, let's get this over with. Dan, what about the Yankees?
You were just holding on to the last little bit there for the most interesting part. Hey,
trying to keep the fans engaged.
Can you run that post by Gene there that Aaron Judge should never be considered for a Gold Glove, and he's definitely no longer a Gold Glove outfielder. He is a bad outfielder. Okay. Last year he was 86th percentile in range for the entire Major League Baseball. He was 84th percentile in arm strength with a flexor elbow injury. And the year before that, at 6'7", 280 pounds, this guy played center field. So I think mic drop, case done. Let's go ahead and click that one out. Anyway, they didn't do anything. The Yankees didn't do anything. They brought Cody Bellinger back for about the same money that Cody Bellinger was getting paid before. The Yankees just have to foot the whole bill this time instead of half. I think the Dodgers are probably still paying some of that contract too. The Dodgers are probably still playing probably still paying Kurt Gibson. He's still getting paid by the Dodgers. I'm kidding. No, but they deferred. He deferred his money in 1974 to he deferred it to 2026. So Gene's going to go to one mistake that he made here. Aaron Judge's fielding. He's talking about the World Series. That's not why they lost the World Series. Let's be got on it. I mean, they just got beat because they had Juan Soto and they still weren't better than the Dodgers. Like they still weren't. Like there was no way. Like basically. So anyway. By the way, anybody who wants to talk about the MVP award last year? I'll go ahead and field those questions if you'd like to get fucking crushed on that. Because
I'm gonna say it like this, man. I think Cal Raleigh meant more to his team than Aaron Judge did.
It's not what the MVP award is.
But I've said it to Seven. I still think Cal Raleigh should have won. But I can hold on, because normally I have no problem going back and forth. Like I will stand my ground. I will let you hit me with baseballs in the batter's box, and I'm just gonna sit there and take it. But I told Seven this at the time that the award was announced, and up to the point of the award, I was going to vote for Raleigh because he's my team. I think when you look at his batting, when you looked at his catching and what he did as a combined kind of whole ball, I think Rowley did more for his team than Judge did. But I understand the argument that Judge had. I am not mad that Judge won MVP, right? Salty? Absolutely, right? Give the Mariners fucking something, right? We haven't had anything since 2001, right? Ichiro won MVP that year. We won 116 games, and you Yankee fans were like, fuck that. We're gonna beat you guys in 5. Wholeheartedly, though, I can understand Judge taking it. I don't think he's going to win it this year. But I can understand it. I can understand it.
Yeah. He does have a better ass than Aaron Judge, that's for sure. Guy's got a great ass on him.
And better facial hair too. Better facial hair.
I get it from like an overall.
You didn't see? Yeah, I'm repping Cal Raleigh tonight. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Just
he came out of nowhere too with the homers. I mean, that's what he hit 60.
62.
That's a hell of a number for a guy who's never hit more than I don't think he's ever hit more than 30 in a year before that.
I think he's trying to say something. I think you're trying to say something.
I'm not. I'm totally not. I don't think he doesn't look like he juices, but that's a juice jump for sure. But like that's a juice jump for sure. But
it's also unfair on the season on how many he's hit previously, because this last year when he hit 60, that was really his second.
I'm looking at
full season.
I'm looking at his stats right now. I'm looking at his stats right now. He has upticked everything has upticked since he came in the league in 2021. Plate appearances or games played. He only played 6 more games than he did last year. He had 50 more plate appearances between 2024 and 2025. Had 27 more hits. Had 8 more doubles, and obviously the 26 more home runs.
So,
yeah. But I mean,
we just don't know if he consistently shows that power or not. He might come out next year and hit 50 home runs, and we'll be like, all right, well, he just has a lot of power. It kind of came out of nowhere, but like
I don't see the 60 being consistent. I think if he goes 45, I think that'd be
a lot?
like a I'd be
that's
fine
a
with
lot.
45 home runs.
That's still a lot. It is still a lot.
So you had a guy who hit 62 home runs and drove in over 150 runs.
I lied. It was 60 home runs. You were right. I apologize.
And he still didn't have a better year than Aaron Judge did. And Aaron Judge had last year had one of the 4 best seasons in the 21st century. And like 2 of the other ones are him, for sure. So like, sorry, there's the Barry Bonds. Excluding the Barry Bonds ones, if you're going to go right-handed hitters, I'll break it down to that. Right-handed hitters, he's had 4. Yeah, there's been a couple. Let's just so nobody jumps on my ass about it, because obviously Barry Bonds was in the early 2000s. So, obviously there's no season that's ever been better than probably what, Craig, 04 Barry Bonds.
Yeah. 73 home runs.
73. 361. Hit 361. Had a 490 something on base percentage. Something like that.
Not to mention how many times did he get walked that season?
Like 116 times. He got intentionally walked like 60 some.
And how the fuck is this guy not in the Hall of Fame?
It's because he did what Cal Raleigh did last year and just juiced the shit out of it. He just gets a lot of stuff, Like,
why is it? I would ask everybody this question. Why is it now when we see players get caught using steroids, it's always players that they're like, they only had 12 home runs last year and they were using steroids? Like, why is that the thing now? Like,
because it does it because dude, it's what we've always said, Tony. It's literally that it doesn't matter. Like, it's so hard to fucking hit a baseball that like these dudes doing steroids doesn't help them hit a baseball. It helps them hit it further. I understand that your power numbers are going to go up. Yes, I understand that. You're going to hit the ball a little bit further. But other than that, that doesn't help you hit the fucking ball. Ask Joey Gallo. Ask Tim Gallo if steroids help you hit a baseball. Like they don't. Like he struck out 250 times.
I wholeheartedly agree. It doesn't slow the ball down in any way, shape, or form. That ball is still coming at you anywhere between 80 and 100 miles an hour. It's not going to slow you, or it's not going to speed up your reflexes. It's not going to give you
it does.
Capabilities. It's not going to give you mind reading capabilities. So
it's not going to help the form of your swing. It's not going to help your actual form. Like, yeah, we do.
50. And Choppin said this. He's calling your guy Brady Anderson.
David Segui. David Segui was like, David Segui was like tan shaved arms, dude. Like shaved arms, 22-inch pythons, dude. Just like this guy's just out there in his tight ass pants, dude. Just loving life. Like just hit, and he went from like 12 to like 41 or something. Like, sorry, but that's another. Sorry, there, Ando. That's another Mariner.
all right.
Everybody not named Griffey has juiced for the Mariners.
Yeah, you got to remember, man. I'm a Mariners fan. I've been through it all.
Because Randy Johnson played for the Mariners and he didn't juice.
He did not need to. Randy needed a fucking an 8 a.m. Busch Light and a fucking Pall Mall.
Yeah,
and he was just hat on, bro. Like he was out there. Like he fixed a tractor before he came to the ballpark. Like he just.
That's his practice. That's his practice. He picked up the tractor to fix it and put it back down, and then came to the ballpark.
Doesn't pitch on Sundays. Doesn't travel with the team.
Dip on one side, cigarette on the other.
Just has to watch the NASCAR, the Indianapolis 500 or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was NASCAR. You're right. It's Daytona 500 and
then the Home Depot 350. Yeah, that's what Randy Johnson's doing. That's what Randy Johnson's doing on his Sundays.
Yeah. Well,
actually, he's a photographer now.
He is. He's really good.
Very celebrity photographer.
Yeah. Have you seen Griffey shots? Griffey's been doing stuff for the Major League Baseball and for the NFL, and he's had some pretty good photos.
What's with that? Like what? Like what? Why did both those guys like just want to do that? You know, I mean, it's great. Like, go do what you love, I guess. But like,
it's better than doing drugs in Seattle.
Is it because they've been in front of the camera for so long that they want to be behind it now in a weird way?
Maybe.
It's kind of
like how actors want to get into filming after they get done. They want to get behind the camera to do it.
I think that you're kind of correct. I think what it is you get the reason that they're so good is because they're showing you the game in a way that they see it.
Exactly.
You think about that, and so that's what makes it interesting to me is with what they both do when it comes to those shots. Now, Randy Johnson also has some great nature shots. Like if you look at some of his photos, like he's taken some great shots, but like his photos, like in-game photos, him and Griffey both, they're great. Like even like what Griffey did last year at the All-Star game, amazing photos, and. So I think part of it is just the artistry of them being able to show you the game through their eyes and what they're seeing.
Were Randy Johnson's photos of that nature taken off the deck of his built-on mobile home? Just he built a deck and then just pulled the mobile home up to the deck, like that kind of thing. Like they were taken off of that for sure. Like with the dew setting, he had to like make sure that there wasn't cigarette smoke in front of the Nikon.
Yep.
All right, so let's talk about the Red Sox. You know, this season was very anticlimactic for me because it was, one free agent after another. Boston's talking to this one. There's been talks about a trade for this guy. It was continuous all offseason. And the biggest get was Wilson Contreras for first base. And I don't think he's a bad pickup, so don't get me wrong. I like Wilson Contreras for first base. I want to love. Oh, his brother is better. But with Contreras, he's a consistent first baseman. He's going to be an above average hitter. So even if he's just getting the ball into play more, because I know he's not a huge long ball hitter, just getting the ball into play, put him in the middle of the lineup. I'd rather have a long ball hitter there, but it is what it is. And then it's the frustrating thing for me Oh, they did sign Sonny Gray, which as long as he stays healthy and he's accurate when he delivers, that's a good number 2. But losing Lucas Giolito, losing Alex Bregman after trading Rafael Devers, there's definitely some gaps in that roster now. And if the young talent, Marcelo Mayer, Peyton Toll, Connolly Early, and Christian Campbell, if those guys aren't able to make up that difference, Boston doesn't even sniff the postseason.
I was just going to say, is Wilson Contreras from one of those islands in the Caribbean?
No, I think
I believe he is. Yeah, that's in the Caribbean.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
So like,
Dominican.
Yeah, okay. So I was just going to say he's pretty good at baseball, probably, right?
Yeah,
that's
he's Venezuelan. I'm sorry, he and his brother. They're from Venezuela.
South American.
Right.
Craig, do you know about this? The Dodgers, and your Giants, I know, and like I'm pretty sure the Yankees probably do it, and the Red Sox, but like all the mills down there that they fucking set up and shit, like in the.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just heard about that like pretty recently, and I was like that makes total sense. And apparently the Dodgers were like kind of doing it the earliest, and then it kind of became like a common practice. But like it's awesome, but at the same time I don't know how I feel about it because it's really just down there like training these kids to like they're almost like they're military camp, but they're like fielding balls. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like fielding balls and camo and shit. Like,
well, they're also getting an education too.
Yeah,
they're getting 3 square meals a day. They're getting clothes, and they're getting
money
a
for
stipend and money to send back to their families and all that. So they're not being taken advantage of. Not by any such.
That's awesome. Well, like I mean, but like they should kind of want to get taken advantage of a little bit, right? Because like that makes Davis play in Major League Baseball. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's probably a good thing. Like for real, like a little bit.
Maybe we don't try to say good things about taking advantage of children. That's maybe not.
Yeah.
Not in that context, anyway. Not in that context.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, in this context, it's okay because like we're talking about baseball and like you know.
And you think when is he going to go to HR 7?
Oh, he and I have an HR meeting whether he's on a show or not because he's usually in trouble anyway.
All right.
I'm reading the comments.
So, yeah, the ABS system is going to be in baseball this year during the season where hitters, catchers, and pitchers can challenge ball and strike calls in the moment. Each team gets 2 challenges a game. If it goes to extra innings and you've already used your challenges, you do get one. The league did clarify that during Cactus League Media Day. But we've already seen a lot of action. And there was one game. It was what Suggs is talking about. 5 straight calls were overturned by PitchCom. 5 straight calls. It's and like some of them, it was just blatant. Like Angel Hernandez would have gotten this call right. Like down the there was one that I saw from I believe it was either Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it was Monday, where the ball was it was almost completely middle, and he called it a ball, and the hitter just kind of looked at him and went.
The ump called it a ball, or the system called it a ball? Because
the ump called it a ball. The ump called it a ball, wow. And so the hitter challenged it, and it was overturned. Like this is going to.
It's good to know that there's still human error in baseball. Glad
there's not. That's what we're trying to say. They're actually completely eliminating it. Like they're completely eliminating it at this point.
I wouldn't say completely, but it's
sarcastic.
It's
severely limited now.
I don't understand your sarcasm, Ando. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're fine. What was I going to say? Oh yeah,
you're a Yankees fan. You don't get much, man.
There was just 27. What are we talking about? Have you guys? Yeah, just 27 world titles is all we got there. Ando, what do you? How many of the Mariners won?
One of those numbers, okay? We got one of those 3 numbers of championships you got. All right, it's not the 2. And it's not the 7; it's the 0 that you put in front of it.
We didn't. Yeah, there was no 0. Yeah, but yes, there was a quote from an umpire though about the ABS system where he was like, it's kind of like having my wife watch everything that I do when I'm fixing the sink at home. He's like, except for at least the ABS system doesn't remember the last time I missed a call. Was the quote, and I was like, that's awesome.
It doesn't remind me of a call I missed in 2018.
Yes, that was so good. Yeah.
I like that the umpires are taking it in stride because it almost makes me wonder because like there's that one ump that I've been seeing a lot of stories about that's already ejected 3 coaches this year in the NCAA. Like he is as soft as baby shit. It is ridiculous. Because the strike zone's horrible. And then if a coach even says something, he's tossing him easy. He's not trying to de-escalate the situation. He's just tossing him. So I always wonder if NCAA is not going to grab this system real quick because it does take away a lot of those issues, because the player just challenges it and then, oh, well, I was wrong.
But they don't have the technology to do that, do they? They're not going to be able to have the technology to lay that out everywhere, right? So that would be correct because that technology is not cheap.
It's gonna. I would say D1 schools will have it, especially your Power 5 schools. Maybe it's your better funded programs will have it, and so I think that the NCAA goes in the direction of if the stadium has it, it's in play. Because like Wichita State isn't going to have the cameras and the sensors and everything and the measurements for the players to have an ABS strike zone at a Wichita State game. But
don't knock the Shockers. don't knock the Shockers, Tony. Wichita.
What you talking about?
And
you didn't bring a truck with you, did you?
I was on Brandon's show earlier, Sportsnet podcast, talking about the start of baseball season. Those guys are amazing. Probably going to be doing that on a weekly basis now, kind of a lead into this on Wednesday night. So definitely go like and support the Sportsnet podcast on YouTube. It's definitely a great show.
Hey, Gene said that Brady Anderson was the most obvious case. So like Brady Anderson was an obvious one for sure. Like he's a good one. I'd say that Mark McGwire is probably the most obvious case. And I'll tell you, Mark McGwire had stretch marks on his neck, guys, from how this dude was out there wearing some medium pants, dude, because I don't think that he could get into a bigger pair fast enough. Like I think he was just getting that big that he was like, I haven't even changed my pants out yet. I'm just jacked out of my mind. And then he would hit home runs with one fucking hand like this. It would just be like that was what it is. Like just like a one thing out, and you're like, what is going on? And then Sosa, a close number 2. You got Sammy Sosa wearing fucking elbow pads because his biceps are so huge, and he doesn't want anybody to see him. He's just vascular as shit. He's got all the skin covered up because he clearly he wanted to be white, I guess. And then, have you seen him lately? Sammy Sosa wanted to be white, bud. And just think about it. He might his shit might have got a little bit messed up too. Like when he was doing the roids, and he started thinking that maybe he's a white guy. But in some way, he did that for us, though. He did. He did it for us white guys.
He also had. It's hard with Sammy though when you look at his numbers because even after, even when you look at how he went after they officially stopped chasing, they officially stopped allowing steroids. And they were actually testing for it because,
there's some residual.
There was some residual, but his last 3 full seasons, it was 49, 40, and 35. But he had a stretch from.
Didn't he have 64 years in a row?
He hit. So it was 2001. It was 64. 2000. It was 50. 99. It was 63. 98. It was 66. It was, it was very clear. The between 1993 and 2004, Sammy Sosa did not hit less than 30 home runs in a Major League Baseball season. Less than 30 home runs in a what is that? A 12-year stretch? 11-year stretch?
11-year stretch, yeah. Bro, tell me how a guy with that swing too. Name a guy in Major League Baseball right now that has it that much of an over-exaggerated step. Like he took he touched his back foot with that front foot most of the time and stepped into like that's a step now. Like that's a timing thing, and there's no way that anybody does that now. I don't think. Like just how hard guys throw. There's no way you could do that, right, Craig? There's really isn't.
No.
Yeah, like he was like touching his back foot. Like how? Like when you have incredibly bad head speed is what you know. You have incredible swing speed. Yeah,
but I mean, I don't know, Stanton. We watch Stanton strike out swinging and falling on his ass all the time. So,
and then but then he'll hit a 119 mile an hour zinger right at somebody. He hits home runs that I swear to God I think that are going to be like caught by a shortstop. Like they're that high off the ground, and I'm like, whoa! Like they have a sound to them.
And more line drive than home run with a lot of those.
There's nobody who's hit the ball harder ever in Major League Baseball history, actually recordable, than Giancarlo Stanton. It's consistent for like the last 6 years now. So like there's that. Every ball he hits it's going hard somewhere, or he's striking out. Yeah, like falling down.
I think that it's that man that's up with the steroids issue. We're gonna debate that at some point. We have to because I still want to argue that just because we can. All right, so we've got the ABS challenge system coming in. Let's go ahead and talk about it because I know me and Ando have kind of gotten out a little bit on it, but I know Craig, you and Dan haven't really gotten to share. Tony Clark Jr. stepped down after it is found out that he had an inappropriate relationship with a female staff member of the Major League Baseball Players Union. As a side note, she did happen to be his sister-in-law, and he's also being investigated in some of the alleged financial improprieties with one of the charities that Major League Baseball supports. That's supposed to be a youth initiative that was really just giving money back to these guys and not putting it into the alleged cause or the intended cause. So, Craig, I'll go ahead and start with you. Did you think that Tony Parker was going to go down like this? And how do you feel about the new selection of Bruce Meyer?
No, I did not. I mean, it was a total shock. I mean, you know, it just, it's still a shock. I mean, if it turns out that this is all true, I mean, everything that's coming to them that they're going to get, let it happen, because that's just that's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, the amount of trust that he had with the players and the media.
A former player himself.
Yeah, and the media. I mean, you know, and those organizations, the charities and everything. I mean, wow, that's just horrible. What a way to you know, just ruin your life.
He can't work anywhere again.
Oh, absolutely not. Oh yeah, no, he's done. If it's found to be true, you know, then yeah, he's done. He is
I don't
done.
know. The guy's got a luscious beard. Tony Clark could be a lumberjack if his body could hold up.
Tony Clark out here looking like the abominable snowman, the abominable southern snowman. That is a beard. That is a beard now, man. Like that thing's ridiculous.
It's like he's like a black Obadiah Stane is really kind of what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
Black Santa Claus?
A Black Santa Claus. There you go. That's another one.
Black Amish?
I would say Black Hulk Hogan, but he doesn't have the loose hair in the back of his head.
Yeah,
he's got to have the horseshoe.
Yeah.
To be Hogan, yeah.
Who's the guy that they appointed to replace him?
Bruce Meyer.
Yeah, Bruce Meyer.
He's worked with players unions for like 20 years.
Last year's deputy executive director. He was voted on by several players as the logical candidate to replace Clark, according to ESPN.
Craig, best thing about this new guy is he doesn't have a sister-in-law. His brother's not married to anyone.
Look, if they want to keep it in the family, it's not up to us to judge, okay? Look, it's...
Hey,
Suggs, we're going to talk about this in a little bit.
And the only time it is in the family is if the kids will be not okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's really that's when it's in the family.
But as long as the players are okay with it, then yeah, I support it.
Did you have any
there's a lot of damage control ahead of them. A lot of damage control.
Dan, did you have any thoughts on the Tony Clark Jr. stuff?
I have so many thoughts on the Tony Clark Jr. stuff, some of which I will not portray to this audience, just out of I don't know, because you shouldn't say some of that stuff, like just even out loud, like let alone like. So no, I don't have any further on the Tony Clark situation, other than he has a hellacious white beard, and it is shocking.
Okay, so we're going to talk about. So the Braves launched their own network. This is what we're going to close with. The Braves launched their own network. We have several other teams that have handed the production of their local feeds over to MLB TV, and shuttered their contracts. Like FanDuel Sports Network is basically gone, at least for baseball. I think they might still have a couple of hockey teams that have the network, but it's gone. And then most other teams at this point, outside of the ones that have strong TV deals, like the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, I think the Phillies still have their deal. The A's, the Giants. They all have good enough deals that they're not going anywhere. Because like with the Giants, the NBC San Francisco gets all of their games. I'm pretty sure is what it is. And that's the thing is, I think. Go ahead.
The A's will be on the Home Shopping Network, I believe. That's their new network.
Home and Garden. Home and Garden, all right? Because they need a home. Home and Garden.
HGTV is where we're going to get A's games.
It's right in between the commercials about the handbags and the collectible coins. Is the A's game. They fit that right after the guy's like, get a double eagle, gold mint.
And this just in from the A's, they were beat by the Mariners 7-2 today.
For some reason, do you want a gold coin with Trump's face on it?
God.
The Athletics are next.
The Athletics have announced that they traded pitcher, whatever his name is.
0.999% pure silver.
All right, so I was talking about this earlier on Sportsnet, so I'm going to get you guys' thought on this. I think, because like when Matt Ishbia took over the Suns in the NBA, he moved the Suns games outside of the, because like obviously the national broadcast ones, those are national broadcasts. But the Suns, all the rest of those games that would normally be on the regional sports network, they are on a local broadcast network that you can just pick up with your antenna. You don't have to have cable or anything else. So, and I know, like, obviously the Giants have been ahead of that because they're on, when in Major League Baseball, because they're on the San Francisco NBC channel. Should Major League Baseball, as a way of building on the brand and getting more people interested, push all of their teams that don't have set TV deals to move into having their teams on a broadcast network so that they can increase the accessibility? Craig, what do you think?
I'm just listening to all the owners taking a deep breath and clutching their chest right now. Because all the money that they envisions all that money going down the drain. I think it's a great idea. I don't see the owners having that kind of magnanimous, kind heart, to do that. But I think it's a good idea. Definitely.
Dan, obviously the Yankees have the Yankees Entertainment, your Yankees network that they do.
Well, it's now called the Gotham Sports Network, but yes, yeah.
Whatever it is this week. But that's not going anywhere. But for these other teams like Seattle and so on, do you think it's a better option to go with the broadcast channels?
I mean, I would love for the Yankees to have if you can't really get the Gotham Sports Network unless you pay for it individually. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you have to have like a sports package or something that like has that in it, or like Tony, you just usually get me free. Whatever, what's it called? Extra
MLB TV. Yeah, that's coming. I got to make sure I get you guys.
Yeah. Usually hook that up, and I can usually watch my games on that. So that's like if you have that, I guess. But like you can't. Not everybody can get that for like free and shit.
Okay.
Like that costs a lot of
It's
money.
$160 a year, and it blacks out local games anyway. So, like, if we wanted to watch Royals games, you and I, or even Ando wanting to watch Royals games, you're not going to get them as often because
Or
of
the
the
Twins, because of where I live, I wouldn't be able to get
or
the
the Twins, right? Yeah, the Twins would be another one that you would get blackouts for as well.
Yeah.
But because our teams are all outside of that, unless they're playing that local team, we're fine. But you want to still have that exposure in your local market, and it just that's why to me it makes sense to use the broadcast channel because you're making it easier for them to deal with programming, especially during the summer when they're struggling to get it anyway.
Well, so it is. Sorry, Tony. It is kind of a cash grab, though, isn't it? Because you're going cash grab with it because so they're basically netting on people having to get cable. So like here it would be Royals would be Fox Sports Kansas City, right? So like they're going to make the people pay for the whole cable subscription to get just Fox Sports Kansas City without, do you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about like the local Fox, the local NBC, the local CBS, not but that you can just get like with a regular TV, like even the modern TVs. If you have one of those digital antennas for like $20-$30, you can get those local channels.
Oh, you're talking about just okay. Yeah,
I'm talking about the local over the air. Sorry, I was saying broadcast, local over the air channels. I will correct my definition there. Yeah, I meant local over the air channels. So like your local CBS, your local Fox, your local NBC, whatever, and that's where the games are. Does that make a little more sense for what I'm saying then?
For sure. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think that would. So I look at it. I mean, and I can understand Craig being like, "Oh, the owners aren't going to take to it," but it would be smart for them to. Okay, granted, yeah, you're losing a fraction of your income.
It's already done.
For some games, but if you do it right, so I'm going to take the Mariners, for example, right? You can't go any more west than Seattle, right? Because you got the Pacific Ocean. And unless there are islands that people don't fucking know about in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, I would say if the Mariners were smart, let's say the entire state of Washington, if you're geologically located in Washington, it doesn't matter if you have cable or not, hook up bunny ears and you can get the Mariners to play on CW local, or there is a sports network show that you can watch. Let's just say that there's a new network that comes out that they play over the air. Yes, money-wise, you're going to lose a little bit of your bottom line. That's fine. But all of the people who live out in the wilderness in Washington, who if they plug in their bunny ears, they may be able to get that if they get the right antenna. You're building more fans now, or people that didn't know that they could get the Mariners, or hey, I don't know what baseball is. What sport is this? Let me start watching. By getting it to those people that otherwise would have to pay money they may not have to watch it, now you're organically building fans for that brand. And you're building the longevity. Who's to say 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, now his friends know, their friends know, the family knows. So yes, it hurts the bottom line immediately, but is there a way that you can bring that money back by bringing more people into your fold? That's all. That's how I'm looking at it.
You know what I'm actually sick of? I am sick of, Craig, and hear me out here. I am sick of all the non-baseball fans acting like we need more baseball fans. Like, I'm a fucking baseball fan, and I don't want anybody else to be a fucking I'm fine with, like, if you... I don't need new fans. Like, I don't know why they were trying to, like, we like move the game along and shit. Like, fuck all of you. Like, you guys don't even watch, like, you don't even watch baseball, dude. Like, fuck all of you. Like, I'm going to figure out a way to fucking watch the game if I want to watch the game because, like, I like baseball. And, like, I don't think that, like, we need any more. Like, if I can go to a game for a little bit cheaper and not be, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of fucking baseball fans. Like, I don't need more of it. Like, I don't.
I agree.
Like, it's like, I'm not talking to you, Ando, personally. I'm talking like I don't know why they were like so into like Manfred's been like so into fucking like selling this game to like younger people. Like, people are gonna watch baseball if they like baseball. It's exactly like do you think these guys who like hockey and shit they want any more fans?
Auto racing is the perfect example.
It's never gonna not have fans in it. Like, it's never going to not have fans. Like, baseball is never going to not have fans because it's enjoyable to watch for some people as far as, like, and just obviously the whole thing of it. So like it's never going to not have like I don't know why they were trying to like spread it to like and like they were actually changing the game that we liked already. They were changing that into something else to get these new fans that it's like it's like when you've been with the cellular provider for like 10 years and the guys that sign up new for the cellular provider get like a new phone and like they get like 12 months free and shit. Like where the fuck is my discount at?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Where's my discount out? And like where I've been a customer forever. Like what? So you change it for the new people. I see what's going on here. Like this is like we're trying to like sell out so we can get some money, huh? Like that's just what it looks like. And it's like, So like I don't know. It's
I
like
agree.
That's a well-put analogy.
It's not a bad point, but I think it's still reasonable to want to grow the game, even if not from a dollar standpoint, just from a the ability that you can have. The community of it and stuff like that, because that used to be one of the big things about baseball, especially in previous decades, was the community of going to the games and stuff like that.
Okay.
And if you can have that community and being able to sit there with people of like mind, and you're obviously it's a longer game. You're not going to sit there glued to every pitch, but if you're sitting there around a bunch of people that you kind of know that you have a common fandom with, you at least have a common conversation starter. Mm-hmm. And so there is benefits to growing the game and obviously not changing things that don't need to be changed. I do think that the pitch clock and the ABS challenge system are perfectly reasonable changes. But when they're looking at stuff like the golden batter rule or the golden home run rule, why? We don't need that shit. That's just overdoing it.
Yeah. The DH thing where you could like bat him twice or whatever, that thing like where you could like move a guy in the order and shit, and I was like, no, let's stop this. And like the other thing that baseball has advantage is like that's at least where I'm from, that's what like kids play. Like that's if you're gonna play a sport, like basically the one that every kid plays at some point, it's either baseball or softball. Like that's a young staple kind of thing. Like that'll just bring fans naturally, probably. Like that's probably where I became an actual fan of like Major League Baseball. Is like I started playing baseball and I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna go watch these guys who are really fucking good at baseball. And then I became a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? So like it was like I liked playing the game, and it was like, okay, so I'll go and watch Major League Baseball. I feel like that's inherent too. Like that's an advantage that they have that baseball has over or that Major League Baseball has at this point. So
it's and that they got to invest more in getting kids out on the fields, and because like they've got like the Baseball in Harlem project, which is great. You're trying to get black kids in, but I don't know if Major League Baseball knows this, but did you know there's black people not in Harlem?
And did they know that the NBA and the NFL exist? Because the black guys are going to probably play the NBA and the NFL. It's just that's more tailored to their skill sets athletically.
Well, it's cooler. So you've got to. You've got to spread out how you invest and really drive it. Like there's a game that's going to happen this year at Wrigley Field between two historically black colleges baseball teams. They're going to play at Wrigley Field, which is actually the last standing field where Jackie Robinson played. So I think that's interesting. You can do stuff like that, but you also just have to be intentional about how you drag in the youth in general and give them something to be interested in. And having that stuff on local games, especially during the summer when it's hot and you can't go outside. Oh, there's a day game on, and you can use that. But at the same time, like I get what you guys are saying though about like we don't need to change the game.
Mm-mm.
We just need to work on ways that we can present it to more people.
The biggest change I want to see in baseball is Rob Manfred gone.
Dude, 2029 can't come soon enough, man. Like, I'm taking that day off work. I'm going to be celebrating. It's going to be like it's that scene in Old School where Frank is so drunk and he's just running down the street. We're going streaking.
Going streaking.
That's going to be me.
We're going in the gymnasium.
Yeah, we're going with Snoop.
Honey, do you think KFC's still open?
That's going to be me the day that Rob Manfred is no longer the commissioner of baseball.
Snoop.
We'll
bring your green hat.
We'll see what happens. Next week, we will be back talking about the World Baseball Classic. because that actually first Team USA game is March 6th. I believe there's games on the 5th as well. We have got, let me see, let me get this in front where I can show it. And I'll pull it up. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Okay, hold on. So this is from MLB.com. This is the tournament bracket and how the pool split up. Pool A, we got Puerto Rico, Cuba, Canada, Panama, and Colombia. Pool B is the U.S., Mexico, Italy, Great Britain, and Brazil. C is Japan, Australia, Korea, Czechia, and Chinese Taipei. And then D is Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Netherlands, Israel, and Nicaragua. Pool D is so one-sided, it's not even funny.
I was going to say.
That is so broken.
Hey, I wonder if the Israel team will pull off a stunner. Like what are we doing here? Like, it's the DR, bro. Have you seen that lineup? Good fucking luck.
Netherlands.
Like, yeah, good fucking luck. They got Gertrude Brunskek, and yeah, no, the Dominican Republic team is stacked.
It's that I really think out of Pool D, obviously Venezuela and the DR, Japan, and it's either going to be Korea or Australia, but I think Taipei is also a William. Like that one, I think could be a little bit more open outside of the fact that Japan, obviously, and then with Pool A, I think it's Puerto Rico and Colombia. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate the talent of Cuba, but
say Puerto Rico and Cuba for me out of that one.
Cuba just doesn't have enough, and that's the hard part. And then obviously Pool B, obviously United States and Mexico. Brazil could sneak up. Italy,
the annexation of Puerto Rico.
Italy and Great Britain are just there to come back and try to get American wives. Like that's really why the players from Italy and Great Britain are participating in the World Baseball Classic, is they're just trying to get hot white women.
I wonder if there's like a Olympics thing, like where they all go in there and there's like a little midget comes out with like a bunch of condoms on his back and everybody takes a condom and they all bang each other.
You guys did hear that they ran out of condoms at Olympic Village this year, right? Because
every year they do. Every year they do, Ando. Every year. And you know what? Hey, well, the good parties are going on that day using those condoms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what? You spend years of your life training, and then all of a sudden you get surrounded by a bunch of really attractive athletic individuals from other countries, and you don't speak the same language. You all know broken English, but there's one thing that translates to every language, no matter what, and that's boom boom time.
Smack.
That's that boom boom time. That's the macaroni noises. That's the making the beast with two backs. That's the
beast with two backs.
While we're talking about the World Baseball Classic, you guys made me think of an event that's going on this year that didn't happen last year. August 13th. Now, granted, that's still 5 months away. Dryersville, Iowa. Dyersville? Yeah, I said that wrong. And I live in Iowa.
No, I'm not thinking about that.
Field of Dreams game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Minnesota Twins.
Can they get teams that people nationally actually want to see? That should be like Red Sox, Yankees, Dodgers, Giants.
Hey,
thank you.
Jean's gonna have your ass. She said Phillies, right?
I don't care.
You told me you wanted me to keep an eye out when tickets were available. Are you ready?
Yes.
They have two sections left field. L17 is furthest away from home plate. Then you have L15. You want to take a guess at how much tickets are?
How the fuck we sit in left field? Isn't that corn?
No, like left field foul line. Left field foul line.
Oh, okay. Off to the side.
So those are still $500 tickets.
At least.
No. Try higher.
I was going to say like 1,500. I was going to say like 1,500 a piece.
Go higher.
Really?
What, 3-4 Gs?
5,100 is the cheapest ticket right
Jesus.
now. And that's an L17. L15 goes up to 60.
How is it not sold out yet? Because it's the Twins and the Phillies.
$1,000 a ticket.
Because it's Twins and Phillies.
If you got $6,700, I'll gladly take it off your hands and buy a fucking ticket.
But this is my point. People aren't paying. People don't want to pay $5 and $6 grand to see the Phillies, the Phillies and the Twins.
You're obviously paying that to see the venue, right? I mean, but you can go tour that.
Tree and all of that. But this should be a true rivalry matchup. Give me Red Sox, Yankees, Giants, Dodgers. Give me Braves and Mets. Braves and Mets even. Cardinals, Cubs. Like, give me a good, solid rivalry match that people nationwide are going to want to watch. Because it's every Field of Dreams game. My biggest issue has been the teams that were played. Like, the first year was the Yankees and the White Sox.
Except the first one, the White Sox and the Yankees, I did not have a problem with.
That was awesome.
It was a good game. I won't give you it's a good game, but it's not like the White Sox even then were a team that people were looking forward to seeing.
They weren't really. Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
that's the thing it should be.
At the time that the game came out, though, at the time that the game was announced, though, they needed to have the White Sox included because that was the whole.
Oh yeah, good point.
The whole concept behind it. So
yeah, it was a team in the movie.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Hey,
because of the context to the game. If you did the White Sox and another team, I know the White Sox the last couple of years have absolutely just sucked. But I think a game like that, it has to be a gimmick game for the White Sox. Because I would say if the White Sox were involved, it makes more sense.
Do you think Bryce Harper will walk out of the corn and directly onto the DL? Or
he doesn't even make it out of the cornstalk field. He stepped on a cornstalk and hurt himself.
He rolls his ankle trying to cornstalk.
Hey Bryce, you can walk out of that corn. You can walk out of that corn directly into pinstripes if you want to. I heard that's going to be a thing that's going to be happening.
As long as he doesn't go to the fucking Dodgers.
Oh my god.
He wants to be a Yankee. Apparently, he always has been.
I like that they're changing it up. They're not doing it every year. They'll do a Field of Dreams game, and then the next year is something different. Like last year, it was the one at Atlanta Speedway. I don't know if they've said that
Bristol Motor Speedways is where
Bristol. Yeah, Bristol. Sorry, Bristol Motor Speedway.
Because that was the one between I think the Reds and the Braves. I think because they had to postpone it today because of the rain that was coming in Bristol.
Yep. Yeah, you are correct, and that's like use good matchups though. That's my thing. Give me a solid matchup. Like if we're gonna go back and call back one of the Negro League moments and pay respect to the Negro League with the special game of the year, give me the Dodgers playing in the old Brooklyn Dodgers uniform and the Yankees, two of those oldest teams, or put Boston in the Boston the Boston Braves uniforms, or put the Atlanta Braves in the Boston Braves uniform. Like, there's so many things that you can do with these games. Yeah.
Yep.
But you have to pick better marketing matchups.
Yes.
Can I say one matchup I think the NFL should always do? It should happen at Giant Stadium, now MetLife Stadium, whatever. But when the Giants play the Cowboys, they should call that the Little Giants game. Cowboys have to come in with their star-studded jerseys.
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
The Giants have to wear the red jerseys. That should be like you have to do that at MetLife Stadium every single year. You get no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's a game, regardless of how bad the Giants or the Cowboys are playing. I would watch that if they wore those jerseys every single time.
They could use this stuff to market better. Like, you're telling me you're going to give me a fucking Harry Potter day at every ballpark in the country, but we can't get a solid matchup for the Field of Dreams game. We can't get, give me one game a year where the closer for the Cleveland Guardians comes out with a leather vest for 99 to Wild thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he was going to bet on the game. I mean, Class A.
That's the thing you're not supposed to do.
I was like, you're like the closer for the Indians, and I was like, what? He's gonna pitch tip?
A crazy update on that. I saw they are now looking a couple of the pitches that they're now looking at Class A that they're investigating. There are playoff pitches that he threw that they are investigating for
yeah, bro. He's done. He's done.
How stupid can you be, dude? Like, that's so dumb.
For what, too? Like, what is he going to get paid on these bets that he wasn't going to get paid in contract eventually? That's my biggest question.
each one of these pitches, the report that I saw on it, and I don't know if this number's changed, but when the story originally broke, each of these we were going to make an average of like $25,000 to $50,000 for one pitch. Like that's it. That's it. You're
That's
making
real money for a season.
Like that's not, especially for guys like Class A. Like, and he was getting ready to get a massive contract.
So I think he's literally doing that for his friends almost. It almost has to be. Like he's doing it either he owes somebody something, like he has a gambling problem and he owes people, is probably what it was, honestly.
Like, oh, hey, yeah.
And he just owed a lot of money, and they were like, hey, you cannot pay us at all. And he was like, all right, so what am I paying you guys? And they were like, just this pitch, make him this. You know what I'm saying? Like real simple. And he was like, all right. And, he got him off from his debt, but it ruined his fucking life.
Yep.
Well, we're talking about ruining lives.
They were going to Michael Jordan's dad him anyway, probably. So
we are not. Oh, wow.
What?
Really? We're talking about Jordan's dad now? He's dead, bro. We don't have to bring up the past, okay?
Yeah. Well, probably due to his son, but that's a different story.
I was going to take it in a more lighthearted direction and actually compliment your team, Dan. It was announced earlier today. The Yankees are retiring their 24th jersey number. After they announced that CC Sabathia is getting his jersey retired this year in September in a game against the Orioles. CC Sabathia took to X earlier today. From the first time that number hung in my locker to 52 hanging forever in Monument Park, this Hall of Fame journey has come full circle. To have my number retired by the greats of the New York Yankees this year is one of the greatest honors in my life. Legacy with 2 C's for CC Sabathia continues. Thank you, Yankees.
I think I can name all 24, but we're not going to do that right now.
Do we got time?
No, it's definitely we don't. So it's definitely the single digits, and then it's all the single digits. You can't wear a single digit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you could 0. You could wear 0. 0 is not retired.
You can't wear 0 in Major League Baseball.
No.
Can you wear 69?
No.
Because I know that's banned in the NBA. You can't wear 69 in the NBA. So.
Ando, no.
I didn't say anything. I just asked the question, sir.
Can you wear 6'7"?
Good heart. Fuck you.
6'7"?
6'7". Fucking.
Okay. We're gonna work on getting out of here. Before we wrap it up, Craig, my venerable co-host, sir, what final thoughts do you have for us today?
It's good to be back. It's good to have baseball back. One personal note. I lost my brother 2 days ago. Joe Newton, and he was my baby brother, and he loved baseball, and he thought it was pretty cool that I was doing a podcast. And I didn't want to come on tonight, so I'm really struggling with the passing of my brother. But my wife is is much wiser than me, and she said, "Go on and do it for Joe." So my contribution tonight was for my brother Joe. He loved baseball, and he always got a kick out of knowing that I was doing a podcast. And so that's my thought. I'm grateful that baseball's back. I'm grateful that we're all back together again. Almost all of us are back together again. Here's to a great season.
Hell yeah, man.
Ando, what are your final thoughts tonight, sir?
You know what? Hey, it is great to have the band back together. Actually, to have more than the band, because Dan showed up, so he's 1 for 1 this season. I'm glad that we didn't have to talk too thoroughly about that team in blue that's down south in California, because if there was a certain lady on the podcast at all, we would have talked. No, I'm joking. We miss you, Erika. Hope you show up next week.
Yeah.
Dude, for real, it is. It's good to be back, man. I almost forgot we had the podcast tonight. Let's fucking go, as Tom Brady would say. Let's fucking go.
Dan, what about you, buddy?
I'm just looking forward to maybe sniffing around these colleges around here. Maybe find me a softball player, Maybe have a son. Maybe he goes and maybe he's a reliever. in Major League Baseball. Maybe we just groom him from a very young age to be a reliever in baseball.
Just as long as you make his middle name big. Just as long as you
It's
make
my
his
son,
middle name
Tony. I can groom my son to do things. Okay, it's my son. It's my future. It's my future hypothetical son. I will groom him to do whatever I want, Tony.
Hypothetically, he better have big as his middle name.
Hypothetically, he's going to have an awesome name, but it's probably going to be like Blaster or something. Like it's going to be like Blaster Werner, like just a good lefty, just a good lefty reliever name. And he's going to be a max effort 9-pitch guy, all right, and he's going to get about 14 mil a year, about 41 or so.
Yep. He's
right, 41. He might get drafted by the Mariners and refuse to play for him, like Elway.
No. That happened with the Colts, not the Mariners. That was never officially announced in history.
Right, but like they're like the Mariners are like the Colts of Major League Baseball. Just never really done anything. Moved around a couple times when they haven't moved, I guess.
I would say the Rockies, but okay, I get your point.
Right. Yeah.
We're
No, so yeah, that's what's going on here.
Before I close it out, I want to show a big thank you to Wire to Wire Sports for letting us join up again this year. We appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out Wire to Wire Sports. They've got shows every day and evening across all topics, hosted by individuals that want to share their knowledge and experience with you. You can catch me Monday night, Sports Report Podcast, 10 p.m. Eastern. If you're seeing this show, you'll see it Monday night. You'll see us Monday night, me and Ando. And then I'll be on Sports Nuts next Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern, and I'll be back here. We'll be back here next week at 10 p.m. Eastern. I am going to start uploading the audio clips onto the Spotify channel. This one will be up tonight or in the morning, so please share that. Make sure to like the Podcast Name Deferred Facebook page. I want to get to where I can just go directly live to that as well, but we got to get over 100 likes to be able to do that. We only need 11 more, so please, if you do not like or if you do not follow the PND page, please go to Facebook and search Podcast Name Deferred. We appreciate it. What you got, Dan?
There's one. No, I was just going to say I'll like it. I haven't done that yet.
You are a horrible friend, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Wait,
for my amazing panel.
I followed it myself either. Hold on, let me look.
You're not even on the. You're on the show and you're.
There's 2. Hey, only 9 away.
For my
2 of the guys on the show.
Undesirable panel. I am your host, 7. We will see you guys next week right here on Podcast Name Deferred. I'm going to close this out with a video about all the shows on Wire to Wire Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.